Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanas Nam.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very happy to join. And we are only two now. Very good. We can discuss.
Mancha Yadon chanting.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Ram.
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Sanmata is the Nal Pranam, Sal Guru Shishla Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining today. With Mangalacharna prayers, let us start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nite Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashate Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 12, Advaita and Gadadhar Pandit, branches and sub-branches. What is that chapter name? The expansions of Advaita Acharya and Gadadhar Pandit. Very well. So we are at 29, text 29. Yes, Mataji, please continue. Deepa Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Translation. When Kamalakanta Vishwasa was in Jagannath Puri, he sent a note through someone to Maharaja Prataparudra. No one knew of the note, but somehow or other it reached the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That note established Advaita Acharya as an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But it also mentioned that Advaita Acharya had recently incurred a debt of about 300 rupees that Kamalakanta Vishwasa wanted to liquidate. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became unhappy upon reading the note, although his face still shone as brightly as the moon. Thus smiling, he spoke as always. He has established Advaita Acharya as an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is nothing wrong in this, for he is indeed the Lord himself.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. But he has made the incarnation of Godhead a poverty-stricken beggar. Therefore, I shall punish him in order to correct him. Purport. To describe a man as an incarnation of God or Narayana and at the same time present him as poverty-stricken is contradictory, and it is the greatest offense. The Mayavadi philosophers engaged in the missionary work of spoiling the Vedic culture by preaching that everyone is God describe a poverty-stricken man as Daridra Narayana or Poor Narayana. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never accepted such foolish and unauthorized ideas. He strictly warned Mayavadi Bhashya, Sunile Haya Sarvanasha. Anyone who follows the principles of Mayavada philosophy is certainly doomed. Such a fool needs to be reformed by punishment. Although it is contradictory to say that the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his incarnation is poverty stricken, we find in the revealed scriptures that when the Lord incarnated as Vamana, he begged some land from Maharaja Bali. Everyone knows, however, that Vamana Deva was not at all poverty stricken. His begging from Maharaja Bali was a device to favor him. When Maharaja Bali actually gave the land, Vamana Deva exhibited his all-powerful position by covering the three worlds with 3 steps. One should not accept the so-called Daridra Narayanas as incarnations because they are completely unable to show the opulence of the genuine incarnations of God. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes. Yeah, Sandhya Mataji. Please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The Lord ordered Govinda, from today on, do not allow that Bolia Kamalakanta Vishwasa to come here. Purport. The Baulas are one of the 13 unauthorized sects of pass as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord ordered Govinda, his personal assistant, not to allow Kamalakanta Vishwasa to come into his presence because he had become a Bauliya. Thus, although the Bauliya Sampradaya, Aula Sampradaya, and Sahajiya Sampradaya, as well as the Smartas, Jata Gosanis, Ativadis, Chudadaris, and Gauranga Nagaris claim to belong to the disciplic succession of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord actually rejected them.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Different. What is in Bahula? Do not follow that Bauliya Kamala Kanta Vishwasa to come here. So this is there are all the Bahula Sampradaya, Aula Sampradaya, and Sahajiya Sampradaya. So different puffed of things halfway through. Unauthorized, one of 13 unauthorized sects that pass as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So now Lavanya, go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Dandavadana. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Kamalakanta Vishwanatha heard about this punishment by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very unhappy. But when Advaita Prabhu heard about it, it was greatly pleased. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.29, the Lord says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedvesho sinapriya. I envy no one nor am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is equal to everyone. No one can be his enemy, nor can anyone be his friend. Since everyone is a part of Son of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord cannot be partial and regard someone as a friend and someone as an enemy. Thus, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu punished Kamalakanta Vishwasa, but no longer allowing him to come into his presence, although the punishment was actually very hard on him. Sri Advaita Prabhu, understanding the inner meaning of such punishment, was happy because he appreciated that the Lord had actually favored Kamalakanta Vishwasa. Therefore, he was not at all unhappy. Devotees should always be happy with all the dealings of their master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee may be put into difficulty or opulence, but he should accept both as gifts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and jubilantly engage in the service of the Lord in all circumstances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Prabhuji. Lalitma Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Seeing Kamalakanta Vishwasa unhappy, Advaita Acharya Prabhu told him, "You are greatly fortunate to have been punished by the Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is an authoritative judgment by Sri Advaita Prabhu. He clearly advises that one should not be unhappy when reverses come upon him by the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee should always be happy to receive the fortune awarded him by the Supreme Lord, which seems pleasant or unpleasant according to one's judgment. Thank you.
So, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Raja Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation. Formerly, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always respected me as his senior, but I did not like such respect. Therefore, my mind being afflicted by unhappiness, I made a plan. I made a plan. Translation. Thus, I expounded the yoga Vasistha, which consider the liberation the ultimate goal of life. For this, the Lord became angry at me and treated me with apparent disrespect. Purport. There is a book of the name Yoga Vasistha that Mayavadis greatly favor because it is full of impersonal misunderstandings regarding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with no touch of Vaishnavism. Factually, all Vaishnavas should avoid such a book, but Advaita Acharya Prabhu, wanting to punishment from the Lord, began to support the impersonal statements of the Yoga Vasistha. Thus, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became extremely angry at him and seemingly treated him disrespectfully. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yoga Vasishta. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yeah, Kenjan Prabhu, please read. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Well, chastised by Lord Chaitanya, I was very happy to receive a punishment similar to the awarded Sri Mukunda. Purport. Sri Mukunda, a great friend and associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, used to visit many places where people were against the Vaishnava cult. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know of this, he punished Mukunda, forbidding him to see him again. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was soft like a flower, he was also strict like a thunderbolt, and everyone was afraid to allow Mukunda to come again into the presence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mukunda, therefore, being very sorry, asked his friends whether he would one day be allowed to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When the devotees brought this inquiry to the Lord Chaitanya, the Lord replied, Mukunda will get permission to see me after many millions of years. When they gave this information to Mukunda, he danced with jubilation. And when the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that Mukunda was so patiently awaiting to meet him after millions of years, he immediately asked him to return. There is a statement about this punishment of Mukunda in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda, 10th chapter. Hare Krishna.
Background धूम धाम चल रहा. Kenjan Priya Prabhu.
Sorry, brother.
Background.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Let me read this translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A similar punishment was awarded to Mother Sachidevi, who could be more fortunate than she to receive such a punishment. Purport. Mother Sachidevi was similarly punished as mentioned in the Chaitanya Bhagavata, Madhya Kanda, chapter 22. Mother Sachidevi, apparently showing her feminine nature, accused Advaita Prabhu of encouraging her son to become a sannyasi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking this accusation as an offense, asked Sachidevi to touch the lotus feet of Advaita Acharya to mitigate the offense she had supposedly committed. Yeah, again, Mata is Deepa Mata, please read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Before
Pacifying.
Okay, go ahead, Mata.
After pacifying Kamalakanta Vishwasa in this way, Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Advaita Acharya told Lord Chaitanya, I cannot understand your transcendental pastimes. You have shown more favor to Kamalakanta than you generally show to me. The favor you have shown Kamalakanta is so great that even to me, you have never shown such favor. What offense have I committed at your lotus feet so as not to be shown such favor? Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is a reference to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's former punishment of Advaita Acharya. When Advaita Acharya Prabhu was reading Yoga Vashishta, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu beat him, but he never told him not to come into his presence. But Kamalakanta was punished with the order never to come into Lord's presence. Therefore, Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu wanted to impress upon Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he had shown more favor to Kamalakanta Vishwasa because he had prohibited Kamalakanta from seeing him, whereas he had not done so to Advaita Acharya. Therefore, the favor shown Kamalakanta Vishwasa was greater than that shown Advaita Acharya. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yeah, Samyukta Mata.
Prabhuji, I didn't understand how is that a favor?
Mata Nagura Emi.
Okay, 1 minute.
What offense lotus feet so as not to be shown such a favor? This is a reference to Achadharma form of punishment of Acharya. Okay, you add but Yoga Vasishta అనేది ఇంతకుముందు previous purpose Prabhupada రాసింది ఏంటంటే completely misunderstanding of the personality of Supreme. All impersonalism is there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu puffed up, here and the left and right. Mayavadi. Yoga Vasishta అనే దాన్ని చదివితే I don't know what happened. నాకు కూడా తెలియదు మాది. So
Prabhuji, in the later, the Chaitanya Charitamrita it will come, Prabhuji. Like what Advaita Prabhu, these are very brief descriptions of all these things. But the punishment which has been given to Kamalakanta Vishwasa is very, very short compared to what Advaita Prabhu received from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The punishment that has been received by Advaita Prabhu from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, what is Advaita Prabhu is saying? How can you show so favor to Kamalakanta Vishwasa but not me? That's what he's paraphrasing himself.
But Kamalakanta Vishwasa is not allowed to see the Lord, whereas he is allowed to be in his presence. So isn't that a favor to him?
No, actually Advaita Prabhu is Mahavishnu himself, na Mataji. Kamalakanta Vishwasa is even very closer to him, he chastised him more.
Okay, but he was not allowed to see, whereas Advaita Prabhu is allowed to be in presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's a benediction, no Prabhuji.
No Mataji, now the other slokas come here only. Like whenever Mahaprabhu says, I don't want to see you, he will check what mood is he carrying, the devotee is carrying. So this actually Chaitanya Charitamrita is a PhD, Mataji. It's not like direct conversations. Everything will be twisted and turned. So we should understand till last. We should not conclude. Okay. Now, by seeing the Kamalakanta Vishwasa's, what is a humility, Mahaprabhu says, please call him again. Please call him. That's how things go, in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Okay.
But for Advaita Prabhu, for Advaita Acharya, Mahaprabhu shows, gives a continuous chastisement. So that is more heavier than this actually. So that's what Advait Prabhu says. How can you show more favor to them than me?
Okay.
Yeah, Mata, continue. Samyukta Mata.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hearing this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed with satisfaction and immediately called Kamalakanta Vishwasa. Advaita Acharya then said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Why have you called back this man and allowed him to see you? He has cheated me in 2 ways." When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, his mind was satisfied. Only they could understand each other's minds. Translation for Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Kamalakanta, "You are a Bauliya, one who does not know things as they are. Why do you act in this way? Why do you invade the privacy of Advaita Acharya and damage his religious principles?" Purpose. Kamalakanta Vishwasa, out of his ignorance, asked the king of Jagannath Puri, Maharaj Prataparudra, to liquidate the 300 rupee debt of Advaita Acharya, but at the same time he established Advaita Acharya as an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is contradictory. An incarnation of the Supreme Godhead cannot be indebted to anyone in this material world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is never satisfied by such a contradiction, which is technically called rasabhasa, or overlapping of one humor, rasa, with another. This is the same type of idea as the contradiction that Narayana is poverty stricken, Daridra Narayana. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Lavanya, go ahead. Sandhya Mate. Yep. Yeah, Sandhya Mate.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Advaita Acharya, my spiritual master, should never accept charity from rich men or kings, because if a spiritual master accepts money or grains from such materialist, his mind becomes polluted. Purport. It is very risky to accept money or food from the materialistic persons, for such acceptance pollutes the mind of charity recipient. According to the Vedic system, one should give charity to sannyasis and brahmanas, because one who thus gives charity becomes free from sinful activities. Formerly, therefore, brahmanas would not accept charity from a person unless he were very pious. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this instruction for all spiritual masters. Materialistic persons who do not incline to give up their sinful activities like illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating sometimes want to become our disciples, but unlike professional spiritual masters who accept disciples regardless of their condition, Vaishnavas do not accept such cheap disciples. One must at least agree to be abide by the rules and regulations for a disciple before a Vaishnava Acharya can accept him. In fact, a Vaishnava should not even accept charity or food from persons who do not follow the rules and regulations of the Vaishnava principles.
Prabhuji, can I add something here, Prabhuji? I'm sorry, Mataji, for disturbing a bit. Prabhuji, actually, this thing is very important. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised Kamalakanta Vishwasa? Because he has taken money from a king. Later on, Prataparudra became a devotee, that's other thing. But before that, he is king only. So it is said that whenever we inherit some riches from the kings, something very bad will happen, because that money has that karma.
Yeah.
And,
money.
You know now how Parikshit Maharaj got this one polluted. Once he wears the crown of the Jarasandha. So that is when he started getting all these bad thoughts. And also in my own family, one of my own mamas and all who are very rich. So they got a relation with they got a match from a Zamindar family. Zamindar means they are kings of this place, one place in here, like Nidadavol we call it. So the moment that money has come in as a dowry, there are 2 deaths in this family.
Hmm.
So that is why, here Mahaprabhu says, whenever you accept charity or you bring money from somewhere, Kamalakanta and Vishwasa should know from where they are getting. And for whom he is getting from Supreme Lord, for Supreme Lord, Advaita Acharya. So that's why there is a contradiction in his thought process. That's why the chastisement is there now. And even in ISKCON Prabhuji, generally, when some any meat, not some donations come from any of this, meat eating factory, like in Vencob or something. They ask, what are you doing and all. And if that money comes, that will never be utilized for prasadam or any of temple activities. That will only be used for Lord's jewelry. You might know this well, Prabhuji. And Lord's ornaments, because Lord can take that, but not the devotees. So that is why that is not used for any of the devotee activities which devotees are in. And earlier it was tried in some temples, and it has gone till the murders, Prabhuji. So this is what I have heard. Many stories from, 1 or 2 stories from Andhra only I heard actually. Things has gone to that extent, and the GBC started really digging it, and they came to know that money has come from the fisheries and prawns and all these things, and that's how it happened in the temple also. So we are very, very concerned from where we take the donations and all.
Yeah, money comes with.
Please continue.
యాక్చువల్గా తీసుకున్నట్టు ఓకే, కానీ ప్రభు ఎట్లా చెక్ చేస్తారు ప్రభు, ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది అని? ఇప్పుడు డొనేషన్
in Hundi no one will wear it. Okay. So the Hundi money is we don't know, we don't have a count. That will only be used for the ornaments of the Lord. But other than that, the donations which has been accepted by any businessman, they will be very shrewdly asking, but they will be very happily asking, aap kya karte ho, thank you so much and all. But in this there is a meaning. If you are doing some of these businesses, then they will keep that money aside. The devotees should be intelligent, Prabhuji, because accepting any money from anywhere, these things happen. The brahmachari got tied up with the charger, and his body was lying by the morning. I don't know what happened. A lot of things happened in one temple. Then they digged up really, and then they came to know the money which has been given by the charities, by the charitable trusts or the owners, they earn all these illicit businesses. So you should be very careful when we receive money as a donation.
చెక్ చేస్తారా అంటే మన టెంపుల్లో?
Yes. Every president is given this training, Prabhuji. Every temple president is giving this training. What money should be used for the God's ornaments, and what money should be used for devotees, spiritual activities, propagation of Krishna consciousness, like prasadam, food for life, and all these things. These things have a different money, and Lord's personal ornaments have a different money. Sorry, Prabhu, I extended. Please continue.
ఓకే, మీరు మళ్ళీ ఊరికే అవసరం లేదు ప్రభు, సారీ ఎందుకని. నాకు డౌట్ ప్రభు, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ చెప్పారు కదా డెట్ ఉందని చెప్పి, 300 రూపీస్ డెట్ ఆఫ్ అద్వైతాచార్య. అందుకే ఇప్పుడు ఆ కన్వర్జేషన్ లో ప్రీవియస్ వర్స్ లో చూస్తే నాకు అది ఉంది కదా, అంటే ఏం జరిగింది అన్నట్టు నాకు ఇంకా స్టిల్.
So actually, Prabhuji, see, Advaitacharya has a debt, Prabhu. So Kamalakanta Viswasa thought that he is a material person. Always a debt is a bad thing for a material person. So I had a contact with the king. Let me take some money from the king and clear his debt. So by doing this, Kamalakanta Viswasa thought that Advaitacharya is a normal person.
అర్థమైంది పాయింట్ అర్థం.
Which made Mahaprabhu angry. Don't you know that he is a Vishnu, Mahavishnu? That is what the conversation is going on. And from where did you get the money? From a king. That is still bad.
You think, and you also say that Advaita Acharya is a Mahavishnu, and from other way you bring money and clear his debts. And from where are you getting money? From King Prataprudra, still heinous. So that's why that's what the conversation is going on here, Prabhuji.
అదే ఇక్కడ అదే చెప్తుంది కదా, రాచైతన్య మందలియడం. కమలకాంత, you are a బాల్య, one who does not know things as they are. Why do you act in this way? Why do you invade the privacy of Advaita Acharya, damage the religious principles? Okay. ఇంకా ముందు డిస్కషన్ ఉంటుంది కావచ్చు. ఓకే, యా చూద్దాం. యా Lavanya, go ahead, read this quickly.
Translation. Advaita Acharya, my spiritual master, should never accept charity from rich men or kings, because if a spiritual master accepts money or gains money from such materialists, his mind becomes polluted. Purport. It is very risky to accept money or food from materialistic persons, for such acceptance pollutes the minds of the chariteous recipient. According to the Vedic system, one should give charity to sannyasis and brahmanas, because one who thus gives charity becomes free from sinful activities. Formerly, therefore, brahmanas would not accept charity from a person unless he were very pious. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this instruction for all spiritual masters. Materialistic persons who are not inclined to give up their sinful activities like illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating sometimes want to become our disciples, but unlike professional spiritual masters who accept disciples regardless of their condition, Vaishnavas do not accept such cheap disciples. One must at least agree to abide by the rules and regulations for a disciple before a Vaishnava Acharya can accept him. In fact, a Vaishnava should not even accept charity or food from persons who do not follow the rules and regulations of the Vaishnava principle. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So, ఇది ఎట్లా సాధ్యపడుతుంది ప్రభు? How it can be possible? Now we are accepting donations in temples. Different persons, according to their, donate చేస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా. Food from even accept charity or food from persons who do not follow the rules and regulations of the Vaishnava principles. Donate చేసే వాళ్ళందరూ devotees కానక్కర్లేదు ప్రభుజీ. They have some good intention తో ఇవ్వడము, right? Hare Krishna, you are speaking on mute. Hare Krishna. Lalit Mohan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
యా సో ఇది అన్ని సందర్భాల్లో పాసిబుల్ కాదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు మనకు టెంపుల్ డొనేషన్స్ ఆ వైష్ణవ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఫాలో అయ్యే వ్యక్తుల నుంచే రావాలనే ఉండదు కదా.
Prabhuji, most of the times, generally, why devotees catch the people who give donations? This is, first, like Radhesham Prabhu, he is very, very strict that let the money only come from devotees. And some temples, that is not possible because preaching spirit is not so high. They think then, okay, let the money, let us get the money. We will do big programs, and then the devotees, people get attracted, and then they become devotees. So that is what their thinking is. But if they found that the businesses which they do, the donors do, is not as per the scriptures, they won't even get into them. And some temples, they have this, there are regular donors, and they really pamper them. The temple presidents and all the management committee will pamper them, like giving them donations and making them chant the rounds and chanting along with them. They do all these things, Prabhuji. Now, mainly making them spiritual, making their consciousness good. This is what they could do. But Prabhu, this is a very big subject matter, Prabhuji.
Money and అదే కదండి పెద్దది అది సబ్జెక్ట్.
Donations, accepting donations is a very, very big subject matter actually. We should really be careful from where we are accepting the donations and how to use that.
Yeah. అన్ని మనం
Prabhuji, let me tell you one this thing, Prabhuji.
అంటే మనము
Prabhu, what we can do is we can trace only to one single person, Prabhuji. Beyond that, we don't know from where it has come.
అదే కదా.
Yeah. Till one single person we do it. But Prabhuji, that person will not give us continuously. Na? If someone gives us continuously, what happens is we train them. Na? We train them to become spiritual. But one-off is a different thing. And we use it for the either construction of the temple or for the activities which are long lasting, like, Lord's deity dresses and all. Beautification of the temple and all. Like, let me tell you, Prabhuji, there is one, this Mafatlal, na? Rishikesh Mafatlal.
Arvind Mafatlal.
Yeah, Arvind Mafatlal's son. Means I have been to Rishikesh, Arvind Mafatlal's this one, Prabhuji, a funeral ceremony on his 13th day. So then the lecture was given by Maharaj and his own son, his Rishikesh Mafatlal, and many other industrialists. So what I have heard there is, this Rishikesh Mafatlal, who is son of Arvind Mafatlal, when he came to temple, he was the third richest person in India at that time. This is in late 80s and early 90s, Prabhuji, when Reliance was just picking up. This guy was a third or fourth richest man in India at that time. So what happened is, he was into leather business. And that is the best business of him. And that is why people started investing in him. All the, and then 92 liberation has come, liberalization, market liberalization has come, and stock markets, and, people started giving. And at the same time, this person has come to Krishna consciousness. And he's a very close rung devotees of, disciples of Radhanath Maharaj. So he started giving donations to the temple. Then what happened is, Maharaj came to know that his business is this thing. He's into a lot of, leather business, and that is his thriving business then. So Maharaj instructed him clearly, you should stop that business. And he followed. So what happened after he followed is, he sold that business to Reliance. All the investors who invested in that company has nearly gone to lockdown, and it has become bankrupt also. And the investors who invested in his company gone to the court. And he's going all through these things, Prabhuji. He's going all through these things. And how he get all this, what is his strength? Because his father, Arvind Mafatlal, is a very great devotee of Lord Ram. So Arvind Mafatlal told him, if it is for Lord Vishnu, do anything. And this guy followed. This guy has seen all these things now, the Rishikesh Mafatlal, just by one word of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, that please give that business away. And he became bankrupt. And, and by, some other industrialist, like, this Agarwal, Vedanta Group's Agarwal. I don't know what his name is. Some Agarwal he is. So that Agarwal came to Lord Maharaj, our Maharaj, because Maharaj and this Anil Agarwal were, God brothers. These both were the disciples of, the followers of our, Maharaj. Okay, let me come to the story. So Anil Agarwal told to Maharaj that, this person following your one word became pauper now. This Rishikesh Mafatlal. So then, Maharaj has gone to his home and asked him, why did you do that? When such problems come, why do you do that? So this guy, he told only one thing. Yes, Maharaj, I did because I have a firm conviction that I will at least get one room. I and my wife will get one room in your ashram. If we don't have anyone, we will have at least one room in your ashram. Then Maharaj said, don't worry, you will win the cases and you will get all the money back. Don't worry. And it happened. It happened in 98. And when he got money of his, Mafatlal mills, like what his cotton business and all, he got it back. And he won some money. And that money has been given to the temple construction again. Then the beautification of this temple and temple hall happened in Radhanath, in Radha Gopinath temple in Mumbai Chowpatty. You see how things happen, Prabhuji. People are very conscious of what money should we get and what money should be rejected. Devotees are very conscious. And the more senior you are, the more clear you will get the picture. I'm sorry, Prabhuji, I've given many stories, but then to understand how to accept the donations.
Yeah, it's a complex and big topic, Prabhu. And of course, yeah, some good examples you have given. But most of the times, unchecked, Prabhu, and teliyadu.
No, Prabhu. These things will not be discussed at our level, but yes, at a managerial level and at a organizational level, they will be taken care into, Prabhu. There is no doubt in that, and that's why the preaching movement is happening. Else it will not happen, Prabhu.
So actually, ఇంకొకటి ఏం ప్రభు అంటే శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద use it for Krishna service. You get the money. Yes, if you are getting money, use it for Krishna service. And a broad statement ఒకటి ఉంది కదా, right?
Yeah. So that umbrella statement cannot be taken for every nook and corner, Prabhu. See, tomorrow the Vankop chicken, when he comes, the Venkateswara Rao comes and gives you 50 or 100 crores to build a temple. Will you do that?
Yeah.
We should be very conscious, Prabhu, of where you are getting money from and what you do with that. And because things happen, na? It's only GBC which decided that let us do it in this way.
Yeah.
Because we cannot take their sin. We are not in a position to take their sin, but Lord can take them. So let us do what you say. Spend those money in that and spend this money in that. This is what has been told to me by my counselor, Prabhuji. So that's why I'm telling you.
Correct. Okay. So Prabhu, it's a different topic. So altogether, that's okay. It's not beyond our capacity to understand. We are not there. Another thing is, many things. Money అంటేనే పెద్ద అది కదా ప్రభు. దాని వెనకాల చాలా ఉంటది కదా.
Yes. Lot of karma with it, Prabhuji.
So that's the thing. It's beyond our capacity to understand. Only yes, depend on Krishna. Of course, we have to accept properly as per the scriptural injunctions. Yes. Yeah. One ఇది ఒకటి చదివి క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం ప్రభు. ఈయన చంద్రబాబు ప్రభు చదవండి ప్రభు. చదివి will close it. Then we'll go to Sloka plot, please.
చంద్రమౌళి ప్రభు నా దాటికి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఉంటాడు మొత్తం. ఏం జరుగుతుందా అనేది
ఏం జరుగుతుందా? ఓకే రైట్. ఎవరు చదువుతారు? చదవండి, ఒకటి చదవండి. ఇది లాస్ట్ హరి బోల్.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah. Well, one's mind is polluted. It is very difficult to remember Krishna, and when remembrance of Lord Krishna is hampered, one's life is unproductive. A devotee should always be alert, keeping his mind in a sanguine state, so that he can always remember Lord Sri Krishna. The Shastra state, Samatva Satatam Vishnu. In a devotional life, one should always remember Lord Vishnu. Srila Sukadeva Goswami also advised Maharaj Parikshit, Smartavyo Nitya Saha. In the second canto, first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami advised Parikshit Maharaj, Tasmad Bharatam Sarvatma Bhagwan Ishvaro Hari Shrotavya Kirtanayascha Smartascha Chesastabhyam.
Let me read. Tasmad Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavyas Chehatavya.
O descendants
Yes.
of King Bharata, one who desires to be free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and also remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Super Soul, the Controller, and the Savior from all miseries. What is this, Prabhuji? Bhagavad 2. Bhagavatama, what is this, Prabhuji?
Bhagavatam. 215.
2.1.5. This is the summary of all the activities of Vaishnavas, and the same instructions is repeated here. Krishna's Smriti Vinu Ahaya Nishpala Jivana. Srila Rupa Goswami states in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Avyakta Kalatvam. A Vaishnava must be very alert not to waste even a second of valuable lifetime. This is the symptom of Vaishnava, but association with the faults and shilling smell are Vishayis, materialistics, who are simply interested in self-gratification, pollutes one's mind and hampers such continuous remembrance of Lord Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore advised Asat Sangyal Tagya, a Vaishnava Achara. A Vaishnava should behave in such a way as to never associate with a non-devotee or materialistics. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 22.87. One can avoid such associations simply by always remembering Krishna within his heart. Correct.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. We'll stop here. Yeah. Thank you very much, devotees, joining today. So now let us go to some beautiful verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Yeah, చెప్పండి ప్రభుజీ, లలితమోహన్ ప్రభు. ఏం చేద్దాం మీ ఇష్టం. హరే కృష్ణ.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hari Bol,
Yeah,
am I
Prabhuji.
audible? Power has gone there.
Yes, yes.
Let me ask the devotees, Prabhuji. Let the devotees say, should we directly go to the recitation or should we know the meaning of this verse? Because it will take at least 2 or 3 weeks if we go in this pace to know the meaning of this verse.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, these are the big slokas. Yeah.
So, Mataji and Prabhuji, please let me know. Should I directly go and hop into that meaning? What is it? This thing? Tune?
You can tell the meaning, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any other Matajis? Akinchan Prabhu? Raju Prabhu?
Yesterday you have covered something, right? All the description part of.
Yeah, yesterday I was telling the Bharati Prabhuji.
Yeah, it's still there, Prabhuji, to be discussed all that. So we can discuss.
Yeah, because every word in this takes one, at least half an hour, Prabhuji. That is how this, because this is what Krishna looks like. No? Exactly what Krishna looks like.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we can go for
that is why this is very, very important sloka. So I am stressing more on the meanings.
Yeah, we can go for the meaning. Yeah.
And okay.
That is why this thing. Yeah, you can ask others.
And Samyukta Mataji and this one, what is it? Sandhya Mataji, what do you say?
Prabhuji, first అర్థం చేసుకున్నాకే శ్లోకం నేర్చుకున్నాం.
Okay. This is Samyukta Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Sandhya Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji. Explain it, Prabhuji. We'll get to know about the sloka and we'll recite.
Okay. And Giriraj Prabhu, what do you say?
Devotees, which I just follow the devotees.
You came to peer pressure, huh? Lavanya Mataji?
Peer pressure.
Giriraj Prabhu has become anchor of anchor slokas.
Okay, many devotees say it is meanings. We'll go to the meanings, okay? Giraj Prabhu, meanings ఉందా?
Yes, చెప్పండి ప్రభు.
Okay.
Just
So the
put out
second word is-
just one second ప్రభు. Before you discuss this thing, why today's call we discuss different things. Just put everything aside, just focus. These are the unnecessary. Our mind is inconceivable. We cannot understand some things actually. We just patiently going through those purports and try to. Krishna is going to reveal at the end of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. We get to the point. All these pastimes, definitely rest assured. That's why it's called Adi Leela. Adi Leela. It's a beginning. So Madhya Leela, we have detailed descriptions. So many things inconceivable. Actually, we cannot understand with our limited mind. These are the beyond our capacity. But with the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy only, we can understand. We just have to not too much into that. But yeah, we can do that anyway.
One thing we should be very clear, probably. Means whenever we do Chaitanya Charitamrita, it will really, what you say, make our mind, in a మిక్సీలో పెట్టి మొత్తం అంతా తిప్పితే ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది అట్లా అవుతుంది మొత్తం మన మైండ్ పచ్చడి అయిపోద్ది అనమాట.
కరెక్టే ప్రభుజీ. అందుకే కంక్లూజన్ రాదండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు డీటెయిల్లీ డిస్క్రైబ్డ్ ఇన్ ద కంప్లీట్ చైతన్య చరితామృత.
No Prabhuji, by as we read Bhagavatam, we will come to know what Krishna is, and slowly then we are going to Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is a step ahead actually.
So ఏమంటారు?
No Prabhuji, we should continue this. We should continue somehow or other. By the time we pass 1 or 2 years, then actually devotees will, all the devotees who are following this call, they will come a general awareness of Krishna consciousness. See what happens in this, whenever some jerks come in Krishna consciousness, you will not feel, this institution is also like any other institution. You will not feel that when you know all these things in this part at this stage. So that's why I'm telling you, Prabhuji, not to make you devotees feel that kya ho raha hai? No, you should not feel that. You should be very fixed up actually. You should be very fixed up on the philosophy. At the same time, you should know the understandings in the deep level.
ఈ లిమిటెడ్ గా మనం ఏం కంక్లూజన్ కి రావద్దు. డైరెక్ట్
don't come into conclusions. Overall, the journey and the process, this process is very beautiful, but we should not leave this process just by seeing some jerks in this process. Okay, they have a deep meaning why they do like that, like why they accepting only donations from them and not other people. They have a deep meanings actually.
అక్కడ వారిస్తుండే, అప్పుడు ఆ కమలకాంతను వారిస్తుండే కదా చైతన్య మహాప్రభు. ఎందుకు అద్వైతాచార్య రిలీజియస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ని డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తున్నావు ఇట్లా చేసి, అంతే ఉంది కదా. దట్స్ దెర్ ఇస్ బియాండ్, దెర్ ఇస్ మీనింగ్ ఉంది, దానికి ఒక పర్పస్ మీనింగ్ ఉంది. కరెక్ట్ గా we will get it. No worries, let us continue. Just fix it up.
Yeah. let us come back now. Let us go to the sweet pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna and Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Okay. See, yesterday we have discussed about the Barahapidam, the word Barahapidam. So today we will discuss something about this word Natavara Vapu. So all these descriptions which I am discussing is nothing but a Srila Sanatana Goswami's comments on this chapter, okay, or on this verse. There was a PDF actually which has been long shared back by one of my counselor in one of the group. I'm not getting it, but I have made some notes of it. So I'm just repeating what I have made notes of it. So Natavara Vapu. Natavara Vapu means
best dancer.
No, the body which is in always dancing mood.
Acha. Actually, ఒక చిన్న పాయింట్. నటవర యాక్చువల్గా గౌరవాని ప్రభు తెలుసు కదా బ్రో, రైట్? గౌరవాని ప్రభు.
Yes, Prabhu.
So in his home, the Radha Krishna is just like dancing, deities. It's called Shri Radha Natavara.
Oh, very well. Okay.
So just to remember, డాన్సింగ్ ఫామ్ లో ఉంటాడు. ఇంక ఇక్కడ కూడా కొలంబస్ ఒహాయోలో కూడా నటవర్ అనే ఉంటాడు, అది డైడీస్ నేమ్ గుర్తులేదు, బట్ డాన్సింగ్ ఫామ్ లో ఉంటాడు. ఎస్, బ్యూటిఫుల్. ఎస్, కంటిన్యూ బాబు, యాడ్ చేద్దామని చెప్పిన.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Natavara Vapuhu, the body which is in the shape of dancing. So, it is said that actually, Sanatana Goswami says, like, Natya Shastra, there is a Shastra of dance. So, Natya Shastra says that being fair doesn't matter. So, your body complexion doesn't matter only for dancing. What matters is the shapes of your body at every part. So this is what Natya Shastra describes. The Draupadi, she is black in color, but she is very beautiful according to Natya Shastra. Why? Because the eyes, ears, lips, nose, they are as per the form exactly for a Natya. So Natya Shastra is completely different, gives a complete different picture of a body rather than what our Bollywood or Tollywood, all these woods give us. All these woods only give us of the fairer skin, but Natya Shastra completely rejects it in the first place only. What Natya Shastra says is the shapes of a different limbs of the body which matters when you dance, not your skin of the body. So that is the reason when the shapes are all perfect for every limb of the body, then you dance. You cannot take out your eyes from that, irrespective of how the person looks like. So this is the Shastra Shakshi which we should get into whenever we describe about the dancing body of Lord Sri Krishna. We might think, how can Krishna be, rain cloud in color and beautiful? Shastra says fairness doesn't have anything to do with the Natya, with the dance. So this is where Sanatana Goswami starts with, and then he starts describing, what to say, the attributes of a dance. Now I will ask a question to every devotee here. How can we know that a dancer dances? There is one object on his body which makes us know that he's dancing. So what is that? That's an ornament. It's not a part of a body. Can anyone please guess? So there is one ornament which tells us that he's dancing.
Vaijayanti Mala, Prabhuji.
No, Mataji. Not Vaijayanti Mala.
Earrings, huh?
No, Prabhuji. No. It is somewhere with the foot, Prabhuji. To give a, this one.
Food,
Gajjalu.
Yes, Mataji. So ankle bells. Krishna also have these ankle bells. Actually, the Krishna, when he was seen by the Brahmana Patnis or the gopis in the forest, Krishna is described in a different way than what Krishna has been described by Yashodamai. You know this difference? You see, if we come across the chapters in Bhagavatam, you will come to know this. Yashodamaya describes him as a king, as a prince, as a very small baby prince. That's how she dresses him with all the gold ornaments and with a mukut and with a makaranda, earrings which is shaped with the crocodiles, and all these ornaments. She dresses him as a king, as a prince. But what will Krishna do in the forest when he enters into the forest? He will remove all these things and keep it in a bag. And what he does? He take a natural soil of Vrindavan or the mitti of Vrindavan, or we have studied one more sloka here only, in this slokas only, that he will keep all this color shades, dyes. He will dye himself when he go inside the forest. So this is how the Brahmana Patnis see Krishna. And this is how the gopis see Krishna in the Vrindavan forest. So Krishna in Vrindavan forest is completely different from what Krishna is in the Nanda Maharaj's house. And how he looks like? It is said that the moment you see Krishna, you will start dancing. That is how Krishna looks like actually. He's never straight up. He's never straight. He's always with a tribhanga. 3 bends in his body. And sometimes he walks like an elephant. And sometimes he graciously walks like a lion. He never walks straight. So this is an attribute of Krishna. And he is dark, newly formed, cloudish color. He is never fair also. But still he has this gait. So there are many descriptions, Prabhuji. Now, being a constraint of time, I'm not getting all those things. But now I will see these notes again thoroughly. And these are some attributes. And what is his one more attribute which makes him a perfect dancer? His eyes. It is said that when he, plays his flute, his eyes starts moving. And from this eyes movement only the Kathakali has come. So when he moves his eyes, he shows different things to the Vraj Gopis. What all he shows? First, he will move his eyes towards the left, and he will tell the Gopis to just see to the left of me. So what happens on to the left? The deers of that Hiranya, the deers of that, the forest and the lion of the forest, both of them will come together and both of them will get stunned. Just listening to this Venu. And see, what is happening is now he will dance with his eyes. The origin of Kathakali. The Kerala's traditional dance with the eyes and the face movements. So this is where it has originated from. And actually what happens is whenever Krishna dances, every other species, they also try to dance except one community. Sanatana Goswami describes that community is Apsara community, because they started taking the notes and all at that time. Because they don't know this move. They haven't seen these moves anytime.
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, it is 9:03. So I think we should stop it here.
It's your call, Prabhu. I can spend. I don't know others.
Yeah, please ask others also, because we are eating their time now. It might be Bhagavatam, but we should not go beyond the limit. So I wanted to ask other devotees if they are willing, or we will continuously describe this for one week more. What do devotees say?
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Are you all there?
Yes, Prabhu. We'll continue tomorrow, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, we'll
Yes,
continue
Prabhu.
tomorrow.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So we have described today about Natavara Bapu. We will go for Karnayo Karnikaran next day. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you all, wonderful devotees. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. See you all on Monday. Hari Bol. Have a happy Krishna conscious weekend. Hari Bol.